Research suggests that although the people who work on crowdworking platforms are advertised temporal flexibility, they do not benefit from the flexibility to choose when and for how long to work. Instead, requesters, such as private companies or individual consumers, benefit from temporal flexibility to the detriment of the crowdworkers. In this paper, we argued that crowdworking platforms employ features that facilitate the trade of temporal flexibility from workers to requesters. While these features can increase the temporal flexibility of requesters, they can also increase the temporal precarity of workers. Temporal precarity is defined as the unpredictability, uncertainty, and insecurity workers experience with respect to work scheduling and pace. Alongside economic precarity, temporal precarity contributes to the precarious working conditions crowdworking face, topic which has been of growing interest for scholars examining on-demand platform work. We began the paper by identifying 19 platform features relating to 5 categories of temporal precarity on crowdworking platforms: unpaid time, oversupply of workers, worker competitiveness, unpredictable work hours, and inflexibility of time use. We next used the 19 features identified to analyze 9 existing crowdworking platforms available to US-based workers: UHRS, Hive Micro, Pico Workers, Amazon Mechanical Turk, ClickWorker, Nevo, Microworkers, Prolific, and Appen. As part of the analysis, we assessed each platform against the list of features identified by reviewing the platform descriptions, frequently asked questions, documentation, and terms of services. We also assessed the platforms through our own experiences of interacting with the platforms as workers and requesters. Finally, for each platform feature, the 9 platforms were scored on a dichotomous scale: identified, not identified. The scoring allows us to identify key differences and similarities between the platforms and assign the platform's temporal precarity scores. We use the scores to rank the platforms based on the number of features employed that facilitate the trade of temporal flexibility from workers to requesters, with the highest ranking platforms creating most temporally precarious working conditions. We found that crowdworking platforms strongly favored features that promote requesters' temporal flexibility over workers by limiting the predictability of workers' working hours and restricting paid time. Furthermore, using the temporal precarity scores, we identified which platforms available to US-based workers employed the highest number of features that facilitate the trade of temporal flexibility from workers to requesters, consequently increasing the temporal precarity of workers, in this case UHRS, Hive Micro, and Pico Workers. Taken together, the results of the paper show that crowdworkers' temporal flexibility is being traded for the convenience of requesters through 19 invisible mechanisms employed by crowdworking platforms. The paper contributes a new understanding of the features employed by crowdworking platforms that enable invisible labor and limit US-based crowdworkers from accessing fair working conditions.